It's Lorelei and the laser eyes. Just have to remember the way to the computer now. So it's down here in this basement section. And yes, this is the computer. So what does it want? Yeah, input username followed by password followed by memory sequence. Okay, so yeah, we can use those shapes from the posters to make Lorelei. Okay, so we need, oh my, this one, then O is this, then R is this lore, that's lore, then E is this, then L again, then E again, and then I. Okay, and then it switches to this. So if I take the shapes I gathered by seeing what tiles on the floor correspond to the red tiles on that gallery art in the order they are size of first, second, and third, then the shapes are... Okay, it's... This one is first, then second one is this, and then third one is this. Yeah. And then, yes, what about this, right? Because it's memory secret. Is it which date correlates to which person? So I have birth dates and stuff like that. So what do we have? 1932. Was that when Renzo was born? No, that is when Lorelei was born. That makes 1932 correspond to 2014. 1938. Do I have a 1938 for anything? It's definitely a date that was occurred on one of the doors, so it's a significant date in the game. I'm just wondering which person is it associated with. Could be something to do with Lorelei, but then if she was born in 32, by 38 she's 6, so I'm not sure what significant thing would have occurred in her life. But then who else would it be? I mean, it's associated with her because it was one of her boxes. Then, right? If one of the boxes was for 1938, then it is a date linked to one of her memories. Yes, it is for one of the boxes, so it could just be something from her early life. 1948 is also from one of the boxes, so it's also associated with her. 1953, but that just makes all of them Lorelei. Is that okay? 1957, also a box date. Yes. And 1960 is also a box date. 1962, also a box date. 1973, also a box date. Okay, I'm not sure this is correct because this is all... I mean, it might be because 2014 is our date and those are all of our memories. That might just be it. But that sounds like, for a puzzle where you have 3 options, that sounds incorrect. Yeah, login failed. Verity sequence could not be initiated. What could this be? Because I feel like I've got the login and the password. Maybe. Those 2 things feel okay for me, but the memory sequences... how do I know which dates to associate? Because this is Scale Electronics 1847, 1963, 2014, which is the significant dates, right? It's the dates for the various people. 1847 is associated with, it's the deaths of all of them, right? 1847 is the death of Renate, 1963 is the death of Renzo, whatever name we're using for him, and 2014 is the death of Lorelei. I assume it's going to be. This is her dying thoughts, basically. So yeah, what am I doing wrong? Because yeah, those are all the dates from the boxes, right? Yeah, because there are 9 dates on the boxes, or 9 boxes, and all those are the dates. But the dates on the sides are the dates for Renate, Lorenzo, and Laura. So how is this associated? How do we get this sequence? I mean, it is possible I got the login and password wrong, and I'm just, running in circles here thinking this is wrong, and it is associated with Lorelei, because how else would I know this? Yeah, login phase. Do I have everything? All the documents? Because yeah, we can even see those are the dates on those biography page. Yeah, those are all the documents here, all the times, magazines, films. Okay, there is a couple of entry memories, but that's maybe because I didn't buy all of the games. And it says they are not required to complete the actual game. So I'm going to take it as there will be no clues in there. There's letters, there is signs, visions. Oh, 1932 memory. Interesting. Because again, we're back to using those dates. Those dates we just have to sequence as patterns of some sort. But obviously, this is not what I would expect for positioning those little things. So what are those for? Like, this is the only thing where I'd be like, oh yeah, it's a level on it, except there's more levels here than this would imply. It implies more levels on the dials than just 3. Yeah, messages from the past. Telling us which letters are which symbols, software errors, stories. Okay, we're missing 2 stories. They were from the magic show, but I'm not sure where would I've gotten them. Unless there were just things in the magic show I missed. Back to the magic show, because yeah, I've noticed that there were 4 possible things to see in that section in the photographic memory. These stories. So then I was like, oh, was there paths to the side at the top of the magic show? And yes, they were. So we can see a couple more sideshow. I only have $15, so I would have to find another $5 after this one. Yeah, your support keeps the arts alive, sister. Now please brace yourself. And we disappear, so we can talk to Owl Girl again, and she can tell us a story. You have traveled far to find this forest. Come closer and I will tell you something you may have already guessed. This is the tragic story we call The Quest of Man. The legends tell of a human who sought magic, traveled to a dilapidated palace in the west to find it. Somewhere on the grounds he found the third eye, and when he held it, he saw the magic of his world. This encounter by holy and profane gave him a vision of his magnum opus. Filled by the spirit of the third eye, he saw a whole universe. Everything appeared before him through magic. This one has special music. Alas, magic likewise gained him mastery of woeful truth. He found that art is only as good as its spectators. In a feeble protest against mammon and the mediocrity of man, he cut out his eyes. That escalated quickly. The third eye once again became a lost treasure, and the man faded away. That was his story then. And now we need $5 extra to get the last one. So where can we get $5? I guess we can check the computer and see where we're missing dollars and see how that is. But while we're there, we pet the dog. Hello, do you have $5? No dollars? Okay. I guess I have to get them myself. Let's see on the computer. Where can I find some dollars? Okay, we have almost all the dollars in the hotel. We're missing 4. Outside we're missing 1. We're missing 2 in the mausoleum. We're missing almost all of the dollars in the quiz club. So it might be the most efficient to wander quiz club and try to get dollars, because we can get more than 5 in there, so that might be something to do while I still ponder the whole computer situation. Can we randomly find some dollars in the quiz club? And it seems we're gonna have to probably pass through more questions, so let's see what they have to ask. Yeah, we have to answer or perish. How many puzzle boxes are included in the work Verschlosse Erinnerungen? I have this written down because I have all the dates for them. 9? Correct. Oh yeah, there we get $1. Just have to stick our hand in some suspicious holes. Okay, well, there's another boundary here. What question do you have for me? How many mannequins stand in the room behind the revolver door? 2, because it's the magician and the artist. Correct? I just know everything. Again, we get $1 here. A paper object. And we can pass through another question. What is your question? How many years did Lorenzo the Great walk on this earth? Was it 40? Now, where would even that piece of paper be? Was it, yeah, one of those brother letters? Yeah, 40 years on sacred grounds. No, oh no, that was the artist, 40 years. 49 years he was on this earth. So there we go. 49. Correct? Cool. I wonder if there is like an achievement for getting all of the questions in the maze, not just finding the center. Another $1. Just need 2 more. Another question here. What would you like to ask me? What date in January was the first Monday of 1847? Where could we get that? January 1st Monday of 1847. Would it be in this journal? Okay, yes, because Wednesday is January 6th. In 1847, which makes Tuesday the 5th and Monday the 4th. And that would be the first Monday. And that's what you're looking for, right? What date in January was the first Monday of 1847? Yeah, that would be the 4th. Is that correct? Correct. Yep. I did it. This is new passage, so could be something there. What is your question? How many journeyed in silk ropes and tether drags and gilded wagons and on bloody souls? I think that was also in that same journal. Yeah, 7 journeyed in tether drags and gilded wagons and bloody souls. Because yeah, it's 7 days of the week. So 7, right? Correct. Okay, yep, $1 here. I guess dead ends are good candidates for dollars. Well, we just need 1 more. And I'm doing it because like I have to still figure out what am I gonna do with the computer, but right now not fully have an idea about what to do. It seems like I have almost all of the information in the memory recovery, so there might be something super revealing in the 4th sideshow. That's why I'm doing this, to collect it. But if not, then that means somehow I have the information I need to figure out the computer. And I just need to figure out how this comes together. Okay, another question here. What would you like to ask me? How many tombstones stand by the mausoleum? That would be 3 tombstones. Don't even need to check that. Not even sure how I would check that, honestly, because I'm sure there is a note somewhere, but yeah. Any dollars? Another question gate. Oh, there we go. There's $1 there. Yep, that's $10, so we can afford the last sideshow now. But it seems that doing this also increases our truth, so it's actually part of completing the game to do all the questions. The 1960 supercomputer was called OCU, followed by which number? It's 3. It's OCU 3. Correct. Okay, well, there's another $1 while we're at it. You got a question? Everyone gets a question. Which year did Renzo Nero win big in Monte Carlo? It was in the newspaper articles. Specifically in this one, and I know because that was the one that was lying on the desk and one of the members we were being interrogated about. So yeah, he won big in 1962. Okay, just the year 1962, which makes sense that then 1963 is where when he's doing this big project with her. Correct. Yeah, so that slightly increased our truth rating. So yeah, if we're into 100%ing this game, need to find all of the pass-throughs between the maze pieces and answer all of the questions. Yeah, there's another one here. What you have to say? Which number is death according to transcendental numerology? Well, let me see, because you actually tell me which thing I need to open. Just in books. Yes, there we go. Transcendental numerology. 9 is death. Did you ask for death? Yes. It is 9. There you go. Correct. Okay. What's in here? Another $1. If I can find an exit, I will leave. I'm not gonna try to do all of the questions now, but there is another question right in front of us. Yep, what is your question, sir? In which year was Dr. S.C. Bolt born? That's the guy who wrote the book about the shortcuts. Born in 1949. Also, yes, I don't think I said it at the start, but the guy who wrote the book that it's for opening the shortcuts, his name is S.C. Bolt, Shortcut Bolt. Anyway, 1949. There we go. Correct. So we just have to loop back and we'll be at the exit. Okay, exit here. On the way to the sideshow, but of course, since we're passing through this area, we're gonna have to pet the dog. Ah, there it is. Hello, boy. How are you doing? Do you know the password to the computer? Or what I'm trying to do with the computer? I've stopped running again, but whatever. It just feels sometimes it's more effort to go deal with the drinking the coffee and going to the toilet than you get usefulness out of the running. So it's such a weird addition to a game. It's like, oh, you have to drink coffee and maintain your bladder in order to be able to run a little bit. Okay, final sideshow. Yeah, I got $10 and we can do the trick. There you go. Embrace yourself and poof. Hello, our girl. What secrets do you have for me? Your journey has been long to get here. Come closer and I will tell you the final story which we tell in this forest. This is the tragic story we call the last dream. Is this my last dream? Isn't that the whole situation here? Lorelei on their deathbed, dreaming. Not long ago, there was an old artist who looked into a red mirror. In the mirror, she saw a young woman and with her a man looking for a long-lost treasure. Also, this one gets a custom music. The old artist painted them a treasure map which led them to a faraway palace. Together they found the treasure known as the third eye. But in the shadows of the treasure lived a beast which decided to hide in the shadows of the man. Not long had the beast lived in the shade until it grew hungry and devoured the man and his soul. Yeah, he's been replaced by this third eye beast that's now playing with us. To escape the beast, the woman shattered the red mirror and fled through it. On the other side, she met the old artist, but it was herself. Dun dun dun! The old artist opened her eyes one last time as the young woman told her the tragic story of the third eye. Do we understand? It's still a little bit convoluted in terms of like, did all of those things actually happen? Was there an ancient order? Was there a beast in the past? Was there people looking for it? The old artist Renate, and then the weird Lorenzo and Renzo and whatever, and then us? Or is this just all like her having some weird fever dream on her deathbed? What could it be? Well, and that means we have recovered, I think, every single thing in every single category. No, actually, so there are two things missing here, but I think the two things here is just the games, like the boxes to the games I didn't buy. So I'm not too concerned that I'm missing like important clues there, since again, games are side content. So that leaves us with those visions here, right? They correspond to the years that are on the last step in the computer. And therefore, somehow they tell us where each of the year goes in terms of the memory sequence. Well, let's go to the computer once again after I save. See if I can puzzle this out. I've tried doing the side content just to make sure I wasn't missing some secret clue that you get at the end, even though, yes, again, it was money-based content, so wasn't likely to be something I needed. But no, it doesn't hurt to make sure, so yeah, I just have to crack it somehow. Because yeah, I'm fairly sure I got the two first things correct. Actually, no, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this because I can't go to my notes from here. So I will enter all of this and then not be able to actually check anything out. But yes, to confirm, there are 9 dates here and they all correspond to the 9 boxes that she was working on. And we have to somehow match them to one of the characters or one of the years that are associated with characters. Based on those visions, I assume, like, because we haven't used them for anything yet. So that's my only outstanding clues. well, we got some squares here, or not, like shapes here with lines. So that would link the year 1932 to something. Then we've got, again, more lines here. More lines here, like here we have rectangles. Lines and circles and arcs. Lines. This one you could almost maybe be like, this is some sort of representation of a number, but it's like, it's not quite. It almost makes some shapes that are numbers. Like this could be like levels, you have so many steps, so this makes a number. This could be mirrored numbers, actually. Because there's a lot of lines. So lines, I'm like, do we need to be counting maybe? So this one, if we count the first, so we have 5 lines in the first shape, then 4 lines, then 3, then 6. But that gives us 5, 4, 3, 6, right? Like, that's not one of the other numbers we got. That doesn't really pan out unless we're looking at number of triangles could be it. Because first one has 2 triangles, then it has 0 triangles because it's just a square, then it has 1 triangle, and then it has 4 triangles, and that will give us 2014. So 1932 is linked to 2014. This one, again, we've got grids, because I think maybe that's the thinking then. We have to figure out how it would link to one of the years, because that's kind of easier to maybe think about if we can match that pattern. So this is 1938. So yes, the first shape has to be either a representation of 1 or a representation of 2. The second number is a representation of an 8, a 9, or a 0. Third one is a 4, a 6, or a 1. And then the last one is a 7, a 3, or a 4. So again, this is not just counting lines, counting squares. There isn't a square on the first one, so that's probably not it either. Counting intersections. So first one has 1 intersection, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 intersections, 6 intersections, and 3 intersections. 1963. So in 1948, we've got small square, big square. So if we go with the smallest square is the unit measure, and then the rest is built out of small square, we will get 1963 again. That's how many times the small square would fit into those larger shapes. Okay, 1953. Again, it's not going to be counting lines because that's too many. So again, first number has to make a 1 or a 2. So what we're looking at here. Oh, is it offset stuff? If we basically split it with a line going horizontally through the middle and then shifted everything at the bottom by a unit, then we would get 2014, 2014, right? Like this, the kind of the bottom of the numbers is offset by 1. 1957. Could this be broken with angles? So the first one, if we, like, it's almost like a hinge, right? So if we move it alongside the hinge, we get 1. The second we move alongside the hinge, we get 8. The third one, we get a 4. And with the last one, we get a 7. So it's 1847. Okay. Yeah, once again, very much this game's MO is there's just that one mechanic to it, and you have to grasp onto it, and then everything falls into place. Okay, here I can see actual number shapes as well. So we have, it's basically the same number going around in a sort of circle. Like, so it's a 1, an 8, a 4, and a 7. I was like, it's a 9? No, that makes no sense. No, it's a 7. And 1962, this is almost numbers, so quite clearly I think the first one is 1, but then what's the rest? It has to be either 1847 or 1963, and honestly, just from the vibes, this feels like 1963. The 2 last digits, that looks like a 6 and a 3, just unfinished in a way. The 9, I'm like, maybe not, but that makes the most sense to me. Unless this one is counting lines, because 1 is 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is actually 1847. Just sneakily made to look like 1963, like, the 6 and the 3 kind of shapes at the end. So, tricks. Almost fell for it. Okay, 1973. Yes, so again, if this is units, then that would be 2014 because it's 201. Or like if we basically take the horizontal bar as measuring a value going up with it going up to 10. And this one, yeah, it looks like mirrored numbers. So 1, 9, 6, 3. So now put this all together with my previous attempts to make the username and password. And let's see if this works. So we need this one for L, then this one for O, then this one for R, then this one for E, then this one for L, this one for E again, and then I is this. Okay, so Lorelei. Then the shapes from the floor. So this one, and this one. Okay, and then we go 2014, 1963, 1963, 2014, 1847, 1847, 1847, 2014, and 1963. So this way, each of them got 3 values assigned to them, which, makes it nice and even. So now, the moment of truth. Did I get it all correct? No? Oh, no. Okay. Well, then, it's possible that my login and password are incorrect, right? Obviously, I could have gotten it wrong. If I just go to the second sequence quickly, don't even enter anything here. Is it possible to have the shapes that were on the wall in the gallery here? It appears it's not. Like, those shapes don't exist here. So I think if it is this, then it's definitely the floor shapes. I'm just missing something. So I am going to have to review all of this again. Because that felt like I was on the right track with all of this, and yet it failed. So I will see you. I will see you when I'm future me that has figured this out. Okay, I've rechecked everything, rewritten everything down, just to confirm I didn't get something wrong by accident. And we'll see if that fixes it, or am I just hopelessly stuck. Okay, so this is for sure the symbol for L. And then this is the symbol I have for O. This is the symbol I have for R. And this is the symbol I have for E. And then we go L, E, and then this is the symbol I have for I. So that should have been Lorelei. And yes, the symbols I got from the red gallery in order are this one, and I think it's this one. Like I see nothing else that would match the symbols. And this one. Now the only thing I'm questioning for the first one, like, did I somehow invert it and it's supposed to be upside down? But yes, is it that? Is it not facing the screen but facing the back of the room? But that would be weird because you would have to invert everything. Well, okay, I will try it in a minute if this doesn't work. So I have 2014, 1963, 1963, 2014, 1847, 1847, 1847, 2014, and 1963. And that worked. Okay, I was getting something wrong before, and I'm not even sure why. What? It was like when I compared I basically went through as if I was trying to solve it fresh, took all the notes down again on a new page to, not bias myself. But then I compared it again and it looked all the same to me. So literally gonna have to go through the footage and see what I entered wrong before, because it's just worked. I was like, oh, I'll just do it again last time just to confirm that it worked. So a fun little detective game for me later to figure out how did I do it wrong multiple times and got it right on my last attempt. initializing verity sequence. We're in the laser eyes now. Okay. Ooh, funky. Initializing, please stand by. Ooh, we're going into this thing now. That's a cool transition. Okay, load requested memory in queue. Load memory address ANT memory value 1011011111010. Am I supposed to take anything from this? Or is this Oh, she's here again. And so we reach the end. The third eye has opened. Before you go, notice. You will encounter 9 truths. You know what they are now. Together they shall form the final truth hidden deep below. It has been a privilege to play with you. Please accept my deepest gratitude. Thank you for everything, Lorelei. She's gone. And we're in another maze. They read memory hotel, postmortem, room 1963, OQ free, texture memory load, photo 01, DC free, project screen space UV, enable static screen space UV, display current verity, error warning, fail to display verity. We're getting errors. If input young woman or old woman, go deeper. Print current verity HUD. Okay. Yeah, so if we approach her or ourselves, we get this display. Do we need to copy this shape? Or, like they said there will be 9 truths, they didn't say what sort of truths we're looking at. Okay, we've got this. What else? Memory address and memory value is this. Verity, okay. What? Am I trying to spell something? Great, they told me I know what the 9 truths are. What are the 9 truths? Yeah, because we can enter something here. But like, is it related to the shape? Memory address N. Lorelei? Okay, apparently that gave me something. Okay, now we're in the front yard. Is the dog here? Dog, are you here? No, we've exited. Oh, now we're the old woman in our menu. Okay, well, actually, is there anything here? No, that's just our normal stuff. We know there's 9 memories and there's 9 script pages for the lost scripts. So, is that gonna be about anything? What do we need to do in here? Okay, that just all exits us away. Okay, suddenly we're in the chapel now. And we're in the forest. Okay, we need to input something here. Northwest. So we are going through some sort of maze again. Possibly even the same shape maze. Is it Lorelei again? I don't know, it worked last time. No, it's not. Oh wait, it's like the binary value. Then we have a book about binary values that never came to use. No. So I was like, oh, maybe if you translate the binaries, it's the password. But then I would expect that to be part of our books, because otherwise we would have to look it up. And I thought that was in this kind of game. We also have this, but that's just directions. And yeah, I mean, it would be probably quite hard to do a book that's like, oh, here's how you do binary to letters as an actual system, right? Unless it was just a list, which I do not recall seeing. Okay, is it just the number of letter? Because 6 letter would be Renate then? Nope, what's down here then? Okay, that just approaches it from the other side. What do we have? Because we no longer have the maze pieces for it to mean anything there. Can we go somewhere else, or do we have to solve this node? Yeah, I'm not sure what am I looking for here. Oh, I'm just like jumping between sections wildly. Okay, but that's back here, so I think I'm like, I need to be walking through here, but I need to find something to help me understand where am I even going with this. Because yeah, like I have to enter something here, and I think it's 6 letters, but I'm not sure, because like the previously 6 letter answer was the Renate name, but Could be anything else here. Yeah, that's back here again. Or I might even be wrong about the number of letter because like here the password was Lorelei, but there was more sequences in that binary, so that would just be wrong assumption by me. Okay, so is there like I'm missing something about how to traverse it because like sometimes you exit onto back to the pink thing, which I think is wrong, but then if you go through locations in the hotel, that might be how we get somewhere, but it's just like I'm not finding anything right now. Oh, okay, that skipped me here. What does the computer nothing. Computer says nothing because I can't. Okay. Oh, input is current year onto this shape. So now I go to the forest and input the current year, which I'm pretty sure the current year is 2014. The whole 1963 was just like a in-the-game confusion. We don't know what the time is. Yes, it is 2014. So it's like we're remembering. The truth is that we are the old woman and it's 2014 and we're dying and what actually happened in our life, because I assume something happened to us that made this whole situation happen. Okay, we're in the maze. Input man. Okay, well. He goes by many names, but I think it was supposed to be called Renzo Nero, right? That was like his real name without the magician or whatever was happening. If I can only figure out where to even go. So I keep jumping around, this is quite confusing. So is it Renzo? Because like I kept getting his various identities mixed up. Yes, it is actually Renzo. Where to now? Okay, we're in the quiz club. We're going somewhere. Okay, this is the place we have to answer, but we need to find the hint. She's the hint. Fiction woman. Oh, as in the artist. So that's Renate. Well, she was completely made up. Yep, the artist Renate. Now we're here, straight up to this. Fiction year, so that's 1963. Yes, this is a fictional story we made in our mind to trick ourselves. You know, that's just us again. Okay, so fiction year is 1963. This is have you been paying attention to the story test? No. Is it 1847 because that was the year of the artist? Yes. Okay, so the artist story was the fiction man. So that was Lorenzo. That's like one of the scenes we had to remember. The various interrogations we had to go through. There are things printing. Okay, so is the fictional man Lorenzo the magician? That's it. That's Lorenzo. Now we're in the... Yeah, I am an old woman. Her mind is just fragmenting in... I was born to sing the blues. Okay, this is the song she sang at the piano. Incident year. Well, there was an incident because we had a police report for that. It's just we have to find the place where we entered at. I guess somewhere in this game world, just have to find the right turns. Like the next place to enter something. There we go. Walk into a random door on the side, that's where you get there. Okay, incident year. That was 1963. Yeah, so that's the year we go here, supposedly. Okay, how we get to here on the stage. Here, input departed. Go deeper. Departed. Is it gonna be a year again? 1962? I don't know. That's not it. 2014? Is that the year we've departed? But we already had current year, right? So that's probably not it. No. Okay. What could departed, like departed's left, or when someone departs, so like when they die. And obviously we have all of this stuff from the case. Like if we take the departed as dying, right? Like pretty sure this whole case files section refers to Renzo dying. So is this Renzo? Did I use Renzo? Okay, apparently that's it. I'm a bit confused. I mean, I understand that was what I said, right? Departed means like someone who's died, but it's a bit of a strange that clue. There's an interrogation room. More interrogation rooms. Okay, we're back here. I'm not sure if we're supposed to like understand how to walk through this section, or is it literally just like walk around until you find something? Input responsible. Well, I mean, we're responsible, right? Let's ask Lorelei. We did it. Just have to find somewhere to enter this information. Here. So, was it us? Is this us accepting the truth about what we did? Yes, we are responsible. And the years have elapsed since. Okay. Now what? 50 years has elapsed. Okay, we can swap the cubes. But why? There's more things. We can just leave and go somewhere because what? We haven't found everything yet. I think stairs is just go back. So can we go towards us as well? Find something? Because yeah, it's the maze again. Oh, it's the memory address and hedron again, which is something we saw in the maze by the miniature. Okay, this takes us back here. So I guess this is what we're supposed to solve now, by whatever the means are. Okay, because this is like where we're walking on the maze, we have to put it in the right place. So if I go left now, okay, that cannot be moved. If I go right, cannot be moved. Up, I'm on the east section now, cannot be moved. North, east. Okay, so this is now in the correct spot. Can't move that. This is northwest. This is west. Okay, but they each only move in a specific way. And this is... Oh my god, this is gonna be hard. So I have to take note of each piece where it is. And then as I'm walking on them, which way they move. So I can, in my head, figure out how to move them so they're in the right places, I think. Okay, so this piece up here is the south piece. And that piece only moves up. How do I best take those notes? So south goes up. If I go southeast, that piece moves west. Oh no. Okay, I've misunderstood. They move based on where I'm facing. Oh my god, okay, this is gonna make it so much easier because I was like, oh my god, I have to do this all in my head, like swap them based on where they're going, but no. Okay, so we're standing on the south piece. So we want to move it here and here and here, and we're in the south. Then we're standing on the south west piece, so we're gonna move it here. Standing on the southeast piece, that's fine. We're standing on the east piece, we go here and here. Then this is center, so here and here. This is west, so that's already good. This is northwest, so it needs to go on this side. And that's all there is. Okay. Yeah, okay. Is this the memory of what we did? Okay, we get to control this. We get to see it happen. Man, I see how it ends now. Okay, so he had the gun. Do you, Lorelei, back away? Yes. This is exactly what happens. Weird polygons blinking in the sky, cut to black. Now I'll fumble in the dark like a madman, start backing away. You are very afraid. Where are you? It's all black and I can't see you, but I reach out and manage to grab you. I say something like, I see it all through laser eyes. Yes, perfect. And you, what do you do, Lorelei? I guess like we can go with his version of it, or we can just be like, whatever, man. I guess if we push him, that's where he's gonna go out the window. Lorelei, that's impossible. I have a tight grip. Well, I guess we have to push him. Yes. And out he goes. But then he's here, being old, or that's someone else? Signorina. This is as close to the truth we will ever get. The important thing is that you finally saw it. There are no such things as laser eyes, of course, but that is how it is with a story. Like the tale of a Labrador, living its life freely from the dog, always moving, until one day it does not. The dog disappeared. And she's gone, I guess. I guess that was his ghost visiting us on our deathbed. And that is it. That is the end of Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Some music. Yeah, so what I think the story is that it happened that she was a computer artist, or, you know, whatever. She did art projects and computer art was one of her paths to art. And she did meet this guy called Renzo Nero, who was this crazy filmmaker obsessed with true art, and she agreed to a project with him. But yes, the rest of it didn't happen because what the rest, you know, that she was locked in a crazy hotel with magical things happening, right? What the rest was that he's gone out of his mind, and she ended up actually pushing him out the window, because that's what the case files were about, right? That she arrived there, and the date on it was literally the day before we arrive in the game. So she got there and he was being unstable, and she pushed him out the window in self-defense, and then lived with the guilt. And I guess all of this additional stuff is what she made up in her head about justification for why she did it, or trying to understand why he was the way he is. So like all of the story about the artist, the magician, yes, everything we did in the game, being in a hotel, solving his puzzle, him magically teleporting around, that was all just in her head. Although it was a story. So basically her journey to death, where she accepts the truth before she passes away. And what is the meaning of all of that? I'm not sure, other than there was a lot of talking about art for art's sake, and art for, you know, the truth. Like, you know, is art just art even if you don't look at it, you know, versus art for commercial use, and what does that mean to anyone? But yeah, that was interesting. That was a lot of puzzles. But yes, truth recovered 99.4, because yeah, I'm pretty sure the quiz club answering all the questions on all of the junctions, that counts towards the truth. So I've probably not done a couple. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the game, what you thought about the story, what you thought about how the story went together with the puzzles, and any of your other thoughts about the game and the playthrough. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, as this helps the channel, and subscribe for more puzzle games, more exploration and detective games, and see what I'll be playing next. And I will see you soon on another adventure.